taking us on the ride. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information. From politics to global affairs, we dissect the news nobody compares. Mike's insight shines a light. Dustin's clicks keep the show tight. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information. Welcome to the world.
Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a great Monday evening. Welcome to Borderline Banter. It's been a very interesting weekend. Maybe not as interesting as the weekend before, but very unpresidential, I guess I can say. But yeah. But anyway, Dustin, how's it going? How was your weekend? Actually,
It's
you've been off
going
for a few
pretty
days
good.
now. How's it going?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's still a weekend, though, you know. But yeah, no, it's going good, and you know, we actually went live yesterday, so anybody who was here for that already knows.
Yeah, we
pretty
didn't go live on YouTube. We just went live on Kick.
Yeah,
But yeah.
there was big news happening Sunday, big enough that we decided to go live. So
Yeah, I'm sure you're
good shit, and I think we're gonna talk about it actually tonight.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, it actually says it in our title.
Yeah. What is it? What's our title?
Joe Biden to step down from race.
What
Wait,
race?
what? Was he in a triathlon?
Poor
Or the
guy.
presidential? Oh,
Yeah.
presidential.
But yeah. Well, want to just get into it, or?
I'm ready to go, I think.
Okay, let's figure this stuff out here.
Welcome to Borderline Banter, everyone. I click things. There are cat noises in my background, and also that's what I keep looking back at. Just, you know, normal thing.
Nice.
Yep. All right, so we're going to start out with something from AP News. Biden's decision to drop out crystallized Sunday. His staff knew 1 minute before the public did.
It seems like they changed the story a little bit, but
Who?
this wasn't what it said originally. But it said nothing about his staff.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, when I clicked it, that's actually why I clicked it.
Is it?
Yeah, because yesterday while we were live, you were wondering when people knew, and it was like,
okay,
well, yeah,
you
1
posted-
minute. They've
Never mind,
literally
you
now.
posted this one. Okay, go ahead. I bet go on.
But yeah, they decided to let us know it was 1 minute. So, but that makes sense. We all knew it was Joe's decision, so yeah. No one could know until they heard him say it, and you know, it takes a minute.
I still
to hear
haven't
thing.
heard him say it though. So
That's true. It came out in letter form with a signature.
a very odd signature too, which I called out yesterday. We should probably look into that. But yeah, Joe Biden's signature doesn't look right. It doesn't even look like his signature. But
Yeah.
I guess we just got to believe it is. You know, there's nothing suspicious about it. Everything is what it is.
Look, he'll eventually come out and say some words, right?
I got a video to show us after this.
You
after we talk about
you
this.
have a video of the last of him
Video of
before
Joe.
we heard
Yeah.
this news.
Do
But
you
I'm
wanna
sure
watch
we'll hear
Should
from
we
him
watch it
soon.
right now? Here, let's go watch it right now. I'm gonna do that, and here we go. The volume is pretty loud, so I muted it because it's just an airplane, and
Yeah, that's good.
you can't understand him.
It's Joe. He's not gonna
oh my
say
God,
much.
But he comes walking down the stairs, and he only kind of looks like. And now it looks right here is like, what do I do? He literally put his hands up. What do I do? I kind of feel bad for him, you know? Like, he looks super old and tired, and... Yeah. He looks kind of lost. Like, more lost than usual. But maybe he's...
How
really
long was he in the plane this time?
I don't know. But... Yeah, no, I hope the best for him. I do. And it's good he stepped down. He should be stepping down right now, though, and figure it out.
Why?
I don't know. Well, if he's not fit to do the job, then why is he fit to do it now?
He's not saying he's not fit to do the job. He's saying he's not fit to do the job while also campaigning. Campaigning is a full-time job. He's quitting one of two jobs.
So
Quitting one of
it's-
two
yeah.
jobs doesn't say you can't do any jobs.
Like,
That's like, that'd be crazy if both your employers were just like, oh, well, then you get 0 jobs, actually. No, he
yeah.
wants to keep one job for 6 more months. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. So
The problem was he also wanted like another 4 years. That's too many years, you know? He needs to retire
I don't think
in
he's
6
gonna make it
months.
5 years. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, he'll
Trump's-
probably make it 6
Trump's
months,
not gonna
though.
Make it that either, but that's
He'll
it,
probably
it's
make
short,
it 6
so.
months, though.
Okay.
I mean, if he gets past this COVID bout, he does have COVID.
If she has COVID, so
No, they said he does.
what they say. I don't know.
You
it
don't
seems
believe
like,
them?
Seems like a good reason to get someone in a basement. So when you tell them you're going to step down, you don't have to face the conference. You don't have to face live questions or anything like that. You know.
What question? Like, what?
Why are you studying more like that? I don't know. I'm not a reporter, but I'm sure there'll be some questions. So you know, come on.
The only question is going to be the same one you already tried to say, where it's like, no, you should have 0 jobs. It's a pretty easy one to argue back why he can continue and finish this presidency.
Well,
Plus, he already
that's-
won it. Why were you trying to take something he already won?
After that video, doesn't look like you can do too much. So
I would call you un-American, but you're already un-American.
I'm not American. So there
You're
you go.
you're just like, yeah, I am un-American as
rights.
fuck.
Some guy on Twitter got mad at me, called me an idiot, because I was like, this is before Joe Biden announced it. I'm like, but I'm not going to be voting for Joe Biden. He's like, it
You
shows
should-
you. And he's like, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't respond to him. And then Joe announced that, and I went back to respond, and he deleted it. So
You should just tweet out, I'm not voting for Kamala.
I guess, yeah, we'll do that.
You'll get
So-
the same sort of people. It'll be great.
Okay, I'll do that.
So anyways, at 1:45 p.m. Sunday, President Joe Biden's senior staff was notified that he was stepping away from the 2024 race. At 1:46 p.m., that message was made public. That sounds about right. I think that was around the time I heard.
12-ish our time, yeah. So
Yeah, 12:30ish our time.
Yeah.
45, I guess. It was never Biden's intention to leave the race up until he decided to step away Sunday. He was all in. Yeah, up until then, though, he just kept saying, like, watch me. Watch me. And then some incoherent rambling and then wandering somewhere. His campaign was planning fundraisers and events and setting up travel over the next few weeks. But even as Biden was publicly dug in and insisting he was staying in the race, he was quietly reflecting on the disaster of the past few weeks. Wow, I mean, that's not just the past few weeks. On the past 3 years of his presidency and on the scope of his half-century career in politics. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Half-century. that means 50.
I'm tweeting that
At the
right
end?
now.
Okay, you're gonna get some engagement on that for sure because
And
it's
I'm
true.
I'm using hashtags. What hashtag? Anybody in chapter there? You should say, give me some hashtags to use. I use Harris 2024, Trump 2024, Biden, USA.
Coconut. Hashtag coconut. It's a thing. You could look it up. Kamala coconut.
Anyway,
it's a
I'm gonna
thing.
give it a few more minutes. But yeah, okay. Sorry to go on.
In the end,
Yeah.
it was the president's decision alone, and he made it quietly from his vacation home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Sick with COVID-19, the first lady with him as he talked it through with a small circle of people who have been with him for decades. And he gave them all COVID.
Yeah,
He hasn't been wearing a mask.
That's the thing, though. Like, you think it was his 100%? I guess, yeah, it was his decision, but they were pressuring him for a while now to step
Some
down.
people were pressuring him to stay in, though.
Yeah, like Jill.
And those people,
So-
well, more than just Jill. Hunter
Yeah.
was doing it too.
Yeah, so that's, yeah.
And beyond that, people outside of his close family like that, people like AOC, for some reason, were going out of their way to try to say he should stay in there and be the guy. As early as 2 days ago, AOC
Yeah.
was saying shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's really dumb.
Well,
There were a
they-
bunch of people who were saying there's no time.
got it
It
right.
has to be him. Who else could it be? Name a person, everybody kept saying.
When they named
There's
someone,
plenty of
though.
time. There's
Um,
plenty of time.
Now, going on that site, do you think that they should have a? Do you think they should have a quick delegate vote, or do they have the people vote? Or
They are.
Are they? What are
They
doing?
haven't picked their. They haven't officially
The
done their
delegates
pick.
yet,
Like
but-
the RNC finished theirs on Thursday.
Yeah.
The DNC hasn't done theirs yet.
Now,
Kamala has already gotten 1,150 of the delegates to verbally say they're going to be, voting for her. So, I mean, that
What-
process is underway. If somebody else wants to step in the ring, they're certainly welcome.
I don't know how that works out there.
Yeah, they haven't made their choice. So if somebody wants it, step up like Kamala has.
So yeah.
Nobody's
So,
stopping anyone.
RFK
But you know what
could
everybody else
just-
is saying? You know what everyone's saying? They don't want to.
Yeah. Okay,
And they're
yeah,
endorsing
recently,
Kamala.
yeah.
I keep seeing name after name that you would think would be stepping up are actually just in fact endorsing Kamala.
Yeah.
And an
Obama
endorsement for
hasn't
somebody
yet.
else is a de facto
Obama
not
hasn't
going in
yet.
yourself.
So Michelle Obama's
Obama
guessed
hasn't
that-
yet?
No.
I mean, Michelle Obama needs to hurry up. Like
Yeah,
I
but
said, there's already
that's how
1,150
come-
delegates
that's-
promised.
But that's how come Obama hasn't endorsed her yet, because they're waiting for Michelle Obama to drop the bomb. Boom.
Yeah. Well, and
And when I
delegates
say
could
drop
just
the
be like,
bomb,
hey, I
I
changed my
literally
mind.
mean they're gonna drop the bomb because
You know?
that's what. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So well, I do hope the best. I hope he heals, gets better quick, and gets his job back to his job. Then, I guess if he's not campaigning, he has a lot more free time on his hands to do presidential things.
Let's be realistic. There's nothing to do for 6
Yeah.
months. He's not going to have to do anything.
Yeah.
There's no.
I'm trying
He's
to
not
be
like.
positive. Okay?
There's not like
So-
some lever he has to go in and pull, or somebody like gets like killed or something. No, he doesn't even have to sign anything. Congress
Mhm.
isn't doing anything. There's no legislation coming to his desk. He doesn't need to do any executive actions. He could do nothing for 6 months. I'm pretty sure he can do that. That's pretty easy to do. I've seen him do it for the last 6 months. If you don't count his campaigning, he was doing nothing the previous 6 months. What did he sign in the last 6 months? Nothing.
A few things.
I mean, a bunch of stuff that got immediately murdered in the courts.
Yeah. I don't know. What about that?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
he hasn't gotten anything done that didn't go through the courts and get smacked down. So, because there's no actual legislation coming from the House and the Senate, that's not happening. You know, Chris Coons. Who knows why this guy? Oh, it's the president's closest ally in Congress. This has got to be one of the hardest decisions he's ever made. I know he wanted to fight and keep going and show that he could beat Donald Trump again. But as he heard more and more input, I think he was wrestling with what would be the best for the country. Well, what the fuck do you know, Chris? Maybe he was just addled and said, yeah, I want to drop out. And then he actually meant he wanted like that's like a brand of pancakes or something. You know what I mean? Like drop out pancakes. He comes back on Tuesday and he's like, I didn't drop out. Watch me.
Yeah.
He just
I said
completely
that-
forgets he did it.
Shit.
Oh, that'd be
Friggin'
sick.
medication, you know? So, sir, you step down. Oh. Okay. Well, decided to leave the race.
I guess. Yeah. That's pretty much all. I don't know what else this could have to really say.
Yeah.
It says Biden's been off the campaign trail for a few days, isolated because of COVID. I don't know. I thought he could have just easily used COVID as an excuse, you know.
Yeah, like did we say he was going to start doing some campaigning for his basement and making a joke about that?
Like that alone is a reason not to be out there meeting tons and tons of different people every single day, like you do when you're campaigning. Versus when you're a president, you can do nothing. You can go golfing alone,
Yeah.
right? So the fact that he got COVID was probably due to him campaigning. Had he not campaigned, he wouldn't have gotten this. He could have easily just argued, hey, it's too risky for somebody like me, a high-risk person, to be out there trying to basically just give myself COVID over and over again.
Yeah.
It's going to kill me. I don't want to die that way. That's dumb. That'd be really, really dope if he just said that, but he didn't.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's been a very interesting year for American politics. And it just kind of got even more interesting.
I don't know any of these people. Mike Denolan, Jill Biden, Steve Ricchetti.
I don't know Joe Biden.
Oh, wait.
Oh, look at that. It's Biden's.
You're telling me I don't know my sister's name? I mean, my wife's name? Jill is my wife, right?
Oh, no. I love that. Now, before we move on, I want to show something here. Open new tab. I'm going to go back to my page for a second.
Oh,
Look
there's
it,
the
so
letter.
here's the letter, right? We're going to scroll down. We don't need to read it, but look at his signature. Right here. Does that not look weird? So, okay. I've analyzed a few other things, and it looks okay, but yeah, there's a line here. Joseph R.J.R. So that's supposed to be the J. But what's with the S? Is this not an S or what?
And the R is for Robinette.
Yeah, Joseph Robinette. Is it Robinette or Robert?
Robinette.
Joseph Robinette Biden's. Because that's what it says is, and that's it. There's not even an I. He always dots his I's. We've seen his signature before.
Yeah, there's no dotted I.
So yeah. But yeah. So maybe he's not even alive, and they're faking it, and they're just like, what? Let's not have it.
Well, I think you might be making a leap there.
Yeah, well, I said it first. I said it first.
I just saw the dude a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, people die quick sometimes. Like,
Didn't you have that clip we just played of him walking? Or was that not him?
He was a corpse, and that was exactly.
Or between now and then he died. When did he die exactly?
Yeah, he died
the 20th.
Probably Saturday night. So.
I mean, that would why even put out a statement from him? Why not just roll out the body? I mean,
because they don't want people to know. Then that way, Barack Obama could be the shadow campaigner again and work from the basement. So. Okay.
Barack, who won't endorse Kamala.
But sure, because he was
Michelle's. Because of Michelle.
It's all conspiracy, man. It's all conspiracy.
It's a whole Game of Thrones where everybody has kind of their own thing going on, their own story arc.
Was there anything else on Joseph Biden here, or is that it?
Well, yeah, they have an actual Biden quote. I read something by some Chris Coons guy. Let's actually read a Biden
quote. What the Biden quote
is. Pause. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. He didn't actually speak this one. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in my best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down, and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. So, and that's taken directly from that thing Mike was showing. It's just one piece of it. It's the important piece that makes it clear he's not stepping down from both roles. He's stepping down from campaigning.
If it is him that wrote the letter.
If it says Biden wrote, so like there's a bunch of people committing libel.
But Biden's, why would he sign it Biden's? If she's signing things
Maybe
Biden's.
he forgot how many Bidens he was.
It doesn't, okay, then he should step down right now.
He also said today, I guess, Biden said in another post on X, today I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. So that was a subsequent post outside the letter where he gave his endorsement to his VP, Kamala Harris.
So, okay.
I think that's probably all this story's going to have, right?
Yeah, probably. It is, I guess, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I hope it does get better. And
there is still going to be a debate, and so it should be interesting to see.
Rumor
it'll be Trump versus somebody who can speak. Regardless of if it's Kamala, it'll be somebody who can fucking speak, right?
Apparently, and I don't know if this is an unknown source, but they're saying that Trump won't debate Kamala. Which I think, I don't know why he wouldn't.
Why? He'll be fine. This is Trump.
Yeah,
he's one of the best ad-libbers ever.
So, yeah.
And I don't like Trump, and I'll tell you, why would you think,
yeah.
I mean.
That's why.
Now, he may chicken out and not actually do it. That's in his character also, to just, like, avoid it.
I don't know. I don't think he would.
Maybe he doesn't think he'll look good enough.
Oh.
This article really is still going for some reason.
It's not because it's fake. They're like, we gotta make it sound believable, so let's make it right so much. Because he's not alive. But
so his small circle decided to post a statement. So, I mean, who clicked post? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Was it Joe? Was it Joe typing it up, right? Early this week.
Rather than let it leak out for days before he was prepared to address the nation. So right there, they're saying that he's going to address the nation. It's going to be fine. He's going to come out and address the nation.
I saw a video
which he's expected to do sometime early this week.
I saw a video today of Joe Biden sitting with Oval also. And be like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? And
in the what?
In the Oval Office. He was in the White House, you know? And he said this. It was Joe Biden's voice and everything. He's like, hey, what's going on, motherfuckers? You vote for me and now I'm going to ditch. Peace. It was him saying it, so, you know. He didn't stutter once, though, which is weird, but, you know. So
yeah.
It was a deep fake. It was pretty funny. Just how they had it. They had his arms moving, too. It was a pretty funny deep fake. But clearly a deep fake. But yeah, this just keeps going on. I think we can move on.
Yeah, it's talking about how even though their websites hadn't been updated until after all that went out and all that. But, like, okay, that's all great. Apparently, campaign staff jobs are safe because they're just going to use all those same people for whoever it is, which makes sense. It's also why they didn't have to cancel any of those dates and events they said they had set up and the whole calendar they had ready for Biden. They're just going to put her into those places.
Yeah.
A VP doesn't do anything. I mean, I already said a president doesn't do anything, but a VP
really does nothing.
Super duper does nothing.
Yeah. But she remember that video with the
But did she go to the border?
Do you remember that video, The Passage of Time?
Vaguely.
The passage of time. Remember, I just showed you the passage.
Oh yeah,
of
the
time.
passage of time.
There's a
Due
significant
to the passage of time, there's such a
significant
significance
passage of
to the
time.
passage of time, and that's what Joe has been showing.
The significance.
Of the passage of time.
Yeah, that was
80 years,
ridiculous.
Joe. That is very significant. Passage of time.
Yeah, it's a significant passage.
All right.
It's a weird video.
I think we're done with Biden. I think we beat this horse. But we're not done with the other horse, I guess. A little bit more on Trump.
From ABC. Secret Service director there's something in the way.
Secret Service
dictator, I was going to say. But,
well, you just stopped
I'm looking through OBS, right? Director tells Congress, we failed in a hearing on Trump's assassination attempt. So there's already a hearing? Huh, crazy.
Yeah. Kim Cheadle appeared before the House Oversight Committee amid calls to resign. So I think yesterday, I'm not sure if it was while we were still live or not, but I know we were bantering back and forth about like somebody needs to step down, or you kept saying the CEO. Like that was probably not the right title for the person.
Yeah, but you knew what I meant.
This is kind of what you were trying to get at, and
I
was like, who's they? Who's calling for that? Well, here's the answer to my question: House Oversight Committee. Now, will they? Because these things have happened before. The oversight committees, have they ever actually done anything?
This is one of the biggest things.
There's been a bunch of them.
Yeah, but this is a big oops.
Yeah, but so was the Trump things. All the Trump ones were big. Oh, it's just going to change everything, and there's going to be an oversight committee.
Okay, let's see. What's it say?
All right, well, let's talk about it. This is this must be Kim Cheadle right here.
Yeah.
The director is the
director. My bad.
Title, I guess.
Dictator.
So, the United States Secret Service director told Congress on Monday that the attempted assassination against former President Donald Trump was the, quote, most significant operational failure at the Secret Service in decades, and took full responsibility for the lapse in security that day. Okay, so they admit it was bad. So the thing we've been saying.
So when they try to pass it off to the police, they were on.
The Secret Service's solemn mission is to protect our nation's leaders. On July 13, we failed. Well, yeah, his ear got shot. They didn't keep him safe. He got damaged, which is crazy. Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle testified before the House committee. As the director of the United States Secret Service, I take full responsibility for any security lapse. We are fully cooperating with ongoing investigations. We must learn what happened.
Oops.
Looks like she doesn't want to step down. She wants to fire somebody and stay there, right?
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. It was this person's fault. So.
But she takes full responsibility, except for like.
I saw a clip. I don't know if this is in this, but the judge was like, "So you found this guy? You labeled us suspicious, right?" And she was like, "Yes, he was suspicious." And then he was like, "When did you find my threat?" She was like, "Well, not till later." He's like, "What's the difference between a suspicious person and a person that's a threat?" She was like, "Well, the suspicious person is not a threat." It's like, "What? Like none of it made sense, you know?" I was like, it does not make sense. But in her first hearing before Congress, which lasted for 4 hours and 40 minutes,
how much of it did you watch before? Because you didn't watch 4 hours and 40 minutes.
I was
no
working.
shot.
I just heard a few pieces of bits of it.
Yeah.
She also told the committee that she will move heaven and earth to ensure that what occurred will never happen again. Like,
okay, but like you can't move heaven and earth, so like you've promised to like do something you can't do to ensure that you'll do something you didn't do.
Our mission is not political; it's literally a matter of life and death. And tragic events on July 13 remind us of that. She said, "I have full confidence in the men and women of the Secret Service. They are worthy of our support, executing our protective missions." What? So that was weird.
Worthy of our support in executing our protective missions.
Just the way it sounds weird.
I don't know. It's like you should still support us. We fucked up, but you should still support us. Is basically what she's saying.
So. Yeah, they gone.
She has full confidence in all of them, including that one that couldn't put her gun back in the holster. Full confidence. You don't want to have like maybe a little less confidence in that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
4 hours 40 minutes. I'm not going to watch the whole thing either, so maybe they got some spice in here. Okay, the Secret Service is also going to be doing security for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's coming to visit.
I think he visited today. I think I saw him today. But
yeah.
Oh, I wonder if that's why Biden has COVID too. Keep him away from him. So he's not going to.
I don't know. I think they should go shake hands. They should go kiss.
So,
They should not wear masks and make out. Cheadle faced a grilling before the House Oversight Committee over how her agency handled security. Yeah, that's the article. Why does it just suddenly like rehash itself in the end?
Because they got
All right,
so amount of words.
Okay, so she has faced calls from multiple Republicans and Democrats to resign after the former president was targeted at his rally, Pennsylvania. Rep. John Comer from Kentucky, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, told Cheadle in his opening statement that he is among those who believe she should resign. So yeah, there's allegedly some Democrats and Republicans and John Comer.
Yeah, so it's true. Like if you did a bad job, it's your fault. You said you take full responsibility. Okay, that means you failed at your job.
Yeah, and we also got Jamie Raskin, Democrat from Maryland. By the end of it, joining the calls for Cheadle to resign, saying that the director, quote, has lost the confidence of Congress at a very urgent and tender moment in the history of the country, and we need to quickly move beyond this. So apparently Raskin joined Comer in sending Cheadle a letter requesting her resignation. So I mean, see, nobody can fire her. This is kind of like this is like the Joe Biden thing. She's got to step down, right?
And
if she doesn't want to. She doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Rokana, Democrat from California. I believe Director Cheadle that you should resign.
I hope you'll consider it. Yeah, so that's true. I agree. She failed. Now should she get her? She should step down and she should fire a whole bunch of people.
Cheadle has said she will not resign.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I guess that's.
What if I fired a couple people?
Can they impeach her? Is there a way to impeach her or no?
I don't know. However they get their job, they could probably unget their job, though, right? I would guess that it's appointed by the executive president. So you could go wake Joe Biden up and see if he wants to fire her.
Yeah, well, maybe he...
Hey, Joe, turns out Cheadle didn't defend Donald Trump good enough. Do you want to fire her for it? She doesn't want to quit. What flavor ice cream?
Yeah, at the button.
Vanilla.
Okay.
Chocolate chip. Cookie.
Well, let's...
Is that a good joke?
Green had some stuff to say.
Yeah, I mean, we're literally getting both sides of the aisle. That's a Republican from Georgia. And Magic the Gathering. Yeah. MTG. It doesn't have specifics.
I always think that too whenever someone says that, MTG. But yeah, a lot of people are upset with her, and I don't blame them. Trump should be too. A whole bunch of people should be.
Yeah, and I guess Green was asking for specifics on the timeline of events. Like, I feel like we kind of even stepped through the timeline of.
I've seen more. Actually, I saw more videos.
And we also mentioned that you can like sync up video with audio and timestamps and everything. Like, this is all very doable, and like even somebody as dumb as Green can ask the question. It's like you should be able to answer a question.
I saw some more cell phone video today of right before the shooting, like about probably get 30-40 seconds of cell phone video from somebody pointing at people running around. It's like, this doesn't look good. Something's going on.
Yeah.
She pans back to Trump. Then she pans over to the guys, and one is running towards a water tower for some reason, and the other guy's running towards a barn. So.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a lot. It's, yeah. And all this video shit, it's all out there. Everybody can go watch all of these different angles. There's a whole bunch of angles of it.
Yeah.
Cheadle asked about why no agent was placed on the roof the gunman fired from. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a good sight line to have security on. I mean, it shouldn't have even been available. It should have already had.
It was too dangerous for them to be up there, okay? They might have sprained an ankle.
They didn't say that, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. What is this? Because of the rope sloping nature.
Yeah, see, sloping nature.
Sloping, not sloping.
Sloping. Yeah, it was too dangerous. So, yeah. So
this is just saying they were asked Monday about her statements about why no agents were placed on the roof. So what was her answer? Cheadle said Monday that there was Overwatch provided for the roof, but she did not elaborate.
Overwatch. Someone's playing Overwatch.
What is that? So did she mean the other roof?
Yeah,
you know, the ones who couldn't quite see because of the sloping nature.
Yeah, or I don't know. They saw them.
Which someone even as dumb as me was pointing it out like the very first day. I was like, it was like a teepee, and he was coming up this side of the teepee.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You should still be able to see him though. Like.
Oh, this is a weird angle.
above.
Yeah,
So,
makes it harder to see where's what.
yeah.
But yeah,
So much.
I should have been more clear in my answer when I spoke about where we placed personnel in that interview. What I can tell you is that there was a plan in place to provide Overwatch, and we're still looking into responsibilities and who is going to provide Overwatch. Secret Service in general, not speaking specifically to this incident, when we are not providing, or when we are providing Overwatch, whether that be through counter snipers or other technology, prefer to have sterile rooftops.
Sterile rooftops. So
You
they don't.
know, that one video you were talking about where they kept saying that thing over and over again, this one did it too with Overwatch. I feel like we said Overwatch too many times.
Yeah, we did. Overwatch.
Provide Overwatch. Going to provide Overwatch. We are providing Overwatch.
Yeah, because she
Literally.
knows she's caught lying. She's caught bullshit.
And then we ended
More
with
than that.
sterile rooftops. Like, huh?
And then we're with the drones.
Well, no.
Where were the
Look,
drones?
she wants to figure out who did it. She's gonna fire somebody.
Yeah.
We're still looking into responsibilities and who was going to provide Overwatch. She wants to fire somebody for not doing it. She wants to fire and move on. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh well,
It's
someone
right
else had
there.
responsible. They were off that day, ma'am. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, I fired someone. Can we all forget about this, please?
Yeah. Why? And that's another thing. Why was Trump? They knew about it. They knew there was a suspicious person. If there's a suspicious person, why did they let him on stage? You know, if there's a suspicious person, you definitely, especially with a gun, you don't let the friggin' former president, go on a stage. Like, so
Cheeto has also admitted that the FBI has told her the shooter flew a drone over the rally site. She did not go into more details.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
apparently.
We're going to talk about that in our next story too, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say spoiler.
Jeez,
we're actually gonna talk a bit about that.
Yeah, because the FBI weren't using drones. Why? I mean, the Secret Service weren't using drones. So why would they?
That
right?
that was another question.
That's
Well, I mean, that's a question.
they say
Should've been asked-
technology. What kind of technology? You friggin' ladders that friggin' push up deputies up the friggin' slope? Come on,
Yeah.
you know.
So why was Trump allowed on stage while there was a threat? I guess she was asked something to that effect. If the detail had been passed information that there was a threat, the detail would never have brought the former president out onto the stage. That is what we do. That is who we are. We are charged with protecting all of our protectees. Distinguish between someone who's suspicious and someone who's threatening. A number of times, protective events where suspicious people are identified. Those individuals have to be investigated and determine what it is that identifies that person.
So you know,
as suspicious.
You know,
we did it
what?
again.
Yeah.
Suspicious. She's insane with these answers.
Because it's okay. So know how I think you said Trump is never on time at his rallies. Blah blah blah. I don't know if you said that once before, but he's always late at his rallies, right? Things are always going wrong.
Well, I mean,
usually because there's a threat or a suspicious person, and they're like, "Oh, let's just sit back for 10 minutes."
I think it's less that. It's more like I'm the headliner. Make them wait.
I don't know. Maybe you can say, but again,
because also didn't he decide when it's his rally? He's deciding when he goes on. He could interrupt anybody at any time. It's his rally.
So.
Like,
but yeah. Anyway,
I think it's the rock star thing, which kind of fits his personality.
But it could also because of that, you know. Like,
if you make your crowd wait, they'll want you more. Pretty obvious, right?
I guess, or they just get pissed off.
I don't know. Is he notoriously late? I haven't heard that he's late.
Yeah,
that would seem weird.
He's not like he's usually always like 10-15 minutes late for his speeches and stuff.
Yeah, that's just typical rock star stuff. That'd be like breaking news. Creed is not going on stage till 10:15.
Funny off story here is Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses.
Did I just make myself old with that Creed
Axl
reference?
Rose from Guns N' Roses was in town here, and I guess he got in an
He's still
argument.
going?
So he went. This was years ago, like probably 20 years ago. But he went out for a cigarette because he was mad or something. Anyway, when he wanted to go back in, the person's like, "Do you have a ticket?" He's like, "No, I'm Axl Rose." They're like, "Well, you can't get in." So he went around to all the doors, and none of the ticket people let him in. They're like, "You just look like a normal person in the 90s." You know what I mean? He's like, "You can't come in here." So and the concert was like an hour and a half late, and yeah. That's a story. I'm not sure if it's true, but yeah. I think we can move on from
The
this.
Arabians? Anyway. Yeah, you don't want to hear any of her other great quotes.
Yeah, she's full of shit. But It is what it is, I guess. She got the job.
They asked her why she hasn't been giving more security to Trump, even though he keeps asking for it. I'm sure they asked why for RFK too.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
Well,
asking
he
for
asked
some?
for it a while back, and they denied him straight up. They're like, nah. It's like,
So she said there was one shot that took out the suspect from the
Yeah.
Secret Service, which would mean all the other shots were from the shooter,
yeah.
presumably. Then, right? Question mark.
Yeah. I would assume so. A lot of people were reporting second shooter, but that could be echoes, and it could have been the sniper as well. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. There's another angle.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, this article could go on. Oh, here's AOC asking some questions. This article could go on as long as that 4 hour and 40-minute thing. I mean, it's literally everyone wanted to ask your questions.
Yeah. Makes sense. There should a lot of answers need to be, not questions need to be answered, right?
Well, the Secret Service also applies to some of these other people too. Kind of.
Yeah, heard
There you
another.
go. There's your fist in the air.
With his bloody ears, so.
So yeah, we'll see. My prediction is she'll just find somebody to fire. She's just trying to figure out who it is that fucked up, who was supposed to be watching that roof.
Or they'll somehow
she'll
find a sniper at his next event and be like, look, we got him this quick. We're good. So.
I mean, that's probably not the best way to move fast. To show you got a 50-50 record is pretty good though.
Okay.
But yeah, we already spoiled this one. I think you actually found this one, right?
Yeah. You can take
BBC has this one. Trump shooter flew drone above rally site ahead of time, according to U.S. media.
Huh.
I assume so that he could scope out the area, figure out where he
Makes
could
sense.
do it.
Now, how
Whatever.
before? Like, how early? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, was it the day? Was
so-
it
so-
weeks?
So we'll find out. I didn't pre-read. Did you pre-read?
No, I didn't. So.
All right, so it might be in here. The gunman who tried to assassinate Trump flew a drone above the site of the shooting ahead of time, law enforcement officials have told U.S. media. Okay, so it's not according to media, it's according to law enforcement.
Okay.
Thanks. They say it remains unclear whether Crooks
Oh.
did this hours or days before the fateful rally, so they literally aren't saying hours or days.
That's weird. How do they know then? It's,
Yeah, like, wait, what?
First,
Well, did they find it in the car? Because I know there was his car nearby that had
and I guess there's
explosives
footage on
in
it.
it.
But
Also that, yeah. Trump now officially the Republican. He said he was saved by the luck. He says it's luck or God. That's what Trump's been saying.
by luck or God. Well, yeah. It is one of the two, I guess, right? Got a bullet did pierce, like, bullet coming that close to your head. It's something. Bad shooting.
So yeah, if they don't have those answers, I guess there's probably not much else going on in this article.
Yeah, so Crooks 20 shot dead again, yeah.
And now it's going to talk about Kim Cheadle,
Yeah.
someone to testify. So we're kind of
So yeah,
both
I guess
articles
it
referred
merges
to each
into
other.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We can probably move on quickly from
Yep.
this. But yeah, that's pretty. That's crazy. I want to know how they know. Did they find a drone? You know.
So this thing, other U.S. outlets also citing security officials claimed the device was flown above the area on the day the event took place,
Okay.
not a prior.
Now-
So that's
now
according
you
to these
don't-
outlets.
You think
Uh,
nobody who was watching the place was like, somebody's got a flipping drone flying around?
I mean, you'd think somebody. This makes them even more
And I'm pretty
negligent.
sure most
Yeah.
drones, I don't know, it depends what kind of drone, but most drone, I don't know. I guess you can't really regulate them, but apparently they're trying
No,
to
you can't regulate them.
You know, there's got to be, But,
No, it's something you can easily make. Like, how are you going to regulate something people
Yeah.
can make? The drone is thought to have been used by the shooter to pick the best line of sight for the podium. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
yeah,
Or if he used it the day of, he also used it to scout security. Where's security
exactly.
at?
But I guess if you used it the day of too, that means the podium and all that was already set up, so you could have flew in, you had it all ready, so you could have, yeah. So, like, more weird stuff come out of the story. And you know what? They're never going to tell us. I'm surprised they told us that.
I don't know.
Most of the stuff-
They're telling us more and more. You know, don't be a naysayer as they're
Yeah.
giving us the info. It's when they stop giving us info that we start being naysayers.
But it's been a week already.
It's
over a
only
week.
been a week.
It's only
It's
been a
bare-
week.
it's
You're
been like
telling
9
me
days.
they found the terrorist passport from 9/11 a few days after But yeah,
As I
they
keep
can't
reading, I'm
fucking
finding
figure-
out more. The
But
drone
this
was
is-
found
yes,
in the vehicle.
but you,
I'm
people
learning
believe-
more as
do
I
you-
keep
do you-
reading.
Do you believe they found the guy's passport, or do you believe that's bullshit?
I haven't read that in this yet.
No, that I'm talking about 21 years ago, 23 years ago, when 9/11 happened. They said they found the terrorist
Wait, what?
passport. I'm just saying.
I don't know what
they
story
lied.
we're even. I don't.
I'm just bringing up another story. It's like they
Well,
lied.
it's one
about
I
shit
have.
like that.
I don't remember. That's from
You don't
fucking
remember?
20 years ago.
Well,
yeah,
that's a
you're talking
pretty-
about a passport story. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that apparently it was a terrorist
Dude.
from the airplane. And
Dude,
people
it's
buy that
completely
stuff.
unfair to bring up something completely
No, it's not.
on the side that I don't know about.
It's what the
I don't know
okay,
anything
well,
about this passport thing, and
Well,
you're acting like everyone should know it?
Most people.
That's
shut-
completely unfair.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be fair because
Admit that some people don't know things.
Yeah, what? Surprise. So-
Now, if you want to talk about steel beams, okay, I remember that. I remember people talking about steel beams. I remember clearly.
Yeah, but we should
Jet
look it up
fuel
the-
doesn't burn
look it up
for
right
birds.
now, but not the passport.
Yeah, but structural integrity is a thing,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just saying. They say they found a pass. Okay, anyway, but yeah, like I
Who's
don't.
they?
The government.
The FBI, the CIA?
FBI, yes, they're like, this is how they found. I don't know. I just don't believe when they say shit like this. You know, like what they're hiding something.
When they say shit like the drone was found in the gunman's vehicle?
Yeah, when they're saying that, oh, we don't know if it was days or hours.
We're
Then how do you
barely
know?
3 stories in, and
But-
you said I don't believe that to all 3 stories.
Yeah,
So I'm
well,
not shocked.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, right?
But
But
these
the
are
story's the same as
nothing
the last
unbelievable
story.
has been in them either.
But yeah,
Like, these
okay,
are completely
then how do they
believable.
know?
These
But
aren't
then
crazy.
how do they know they flew the drone over? You know, like days or hours. How do they not know? They knew he did it, but they don't know when. Sounds kind of suspicious, you know. Like I don't know.
They're not denying things. They're not saying yes or no. Not answering the question isn't answering in the negative. Like,
Well,
where in
see-
this did you hear any of that?
I just seems a lot of weird stuff going on with this. That there's more to the
This-
story.
They say it remains unclear whether Crooks did this hours or days before the fateful rally.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just saying it's unclear. They're not saying it was or wasn't hours or was or wasn't days. They're refusing to answer. They're just not giving you an answer. And just, hold on a little bit longer. They're giving you some answers in here, just not that one. That one's kind of an important one. That one's going to lead back to probably who's going to get fired so that what's her name can keep her job. They got to make sure they fire the right person. Who's our counter drone guy? Who was supposed to be on drones? Was that you, Jeff?
Maybe, but okay.
Jeff is fired.
The
Everyone.
spectator was so we know one person was.
Oh, I
killed,
scrolled
two
up.
other people were
I'm
injured.
trying to scroll back to wherever we
So-
were. We're back in the middle of the thing now. I was trying to go back up to the thing. I think we're right here where he fired multiple shots. Oh no, we did the live site. It was down here. Yeah, the drone found in the government's vehicle after the attack is now being examined by investigators. So, I mean, that was one of the things we were asking was where did they find it? It was in his vehicle.
Yeah, they told us
Like,
about it. It just
So,
seems like, but they're examining it,
you know,
but they don't know. Do they know he flew it? You know, like maybe just.
They'll
ask
tell
us,
you that when they tell
It
you
says
that.
it
You
right
know?
above it though. It's like the law enforcement says this, but they're investigating now. So
I mean, they're giving you the answers you're getting right now. I mean, you're of course never going to get every answer today. They're still investigating, And like I said, they're trying to figure out who to fire. They don't want to give them a heads up.
yeah, so 2 explosive
You don't give them a heads up
devices
before you
attached to
fire
a
them.
vest and 4 magazines full of the same ammunition used in the attack were also discovered in the shooter's vehicle.
See, things like this I hadn't known yet.
You didn't know that?
This is why we no,
I knew that.
dude.
So that was known the next day.
We don't
So-
pre-read.
But this was known the next day. So
See, again, you're being unfair. You're saying that I have to go and know everything you know. That's an unfair thing to do to somebody.
well,
You
it's
can't be
current
doing that.
events. You think?
What? You don't know the thing I know?
No.
That's I can't believe you don't know the thing I know.
Then you never can get upset
gotta-
with me.
you've
You
gotta
can
be willing
never
to
get
accept that
upset.
people
You
aren't
can
gonna
never
know
get
everything.
upset with me when I don't know something you know. Then never.
I don't
ever
get upset
again.
with you.
Oh, never.
No, for not knowing something? No.
Um.
In fact, more often than not, I tell you to go get yourself educated about
Yeah.
things.
So.
That's it. Just go get educated. There's no getting angry. You should go look this up.
I'm
Is
not
usually
getting-
what I say.
And where am
We
I
have
getting
several
angry?
examples
I'm
of me
just
doing
like,
that.
Like, this is old information.
Instead,
you know?
it's like, well, then we can't cover this story then, because we've never told our audience this, but it's old information for you.
Yeah.
When on our show did we cover this part of it?
So I
We didn't.
I think
This was something you read between banters. No, it's something you read between banters.
What? Okay, I don't.
Because if you talked about it on a banter, I would have known it. So I know we didn't talk about it on a banter because I didn't know it till now. So you pre-bantered.
Yeah. No,
we
get advance.
I'm calling it out.
All right.
And this one's for Avery.
I think
yelling at you for Avery right now.
I think the next story is a pretty good one here.
Okay.
Even though it's not.
Is it?
Yeah. From Gizmodo.
Well, no, it is.
Brazilian sharks test positive for cocaine. Remember Cocaine Bear? Well, Brazil sharpone sharks caught off the coast. What?
Sharp nose.
Sharp nose. Oh yeah, sharp nose. Harpoon. Oh,
Sharpoon. Sharpoon.
I'm getting glasses on Thursday for the record.
It's like a sharp harpoon.
I saw the O's. They looked like poons.
Yeah.
Anyway, sharks caught off coast of Rio de Janeiro. I'll toss is positive for this stuff. You do it then. So
no, Rio de Janeiro is definitely how they say it.
How would you say it? Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro.
Or just call it Rio. When people talk about Rio, this is what they're talking about. Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de.
Anyways, so these Brazilian sharp nose all tested positive for cocaine.
Yeah.
In what is a problematic finding. Well, what's problematic about this?
So that's going to be a good movie.
I'm not going to judge animals. There's no law against sharks doing drugs. Look at all the laws in the books. Not one of them says sharks can't do drugs. Right?
All right. Let's see what the story says.
Unless Canada has laws I don't know about.
And there's
this is what it looks like when you're
sharks on
high on cocaine and a shark.
Yeah.
Cocaine shark is already a horrible looking people. Hey.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a good one, so.
Cocaine Bear was actually very good.
Yeah.
Very good. But it's also a reality. Cocaine Bear was reality too. Trace amounts of the drug have been detected in sharks near Brazil. While a rampaging cokehead great white would undoubtedly make for an excellent antagonist, reality is slightly less exciting and far more alarming in the grand scheme of things. Cocaine makes its way into the ocean through several avenues, including release from inadequate sewage treatment facilities and stray packets dropped into the water by smugglers that then get bitten open by wildlife.
Bitten open.
Maybe more of the sewage part of it, maybe less of the stray packets.
There's a big.
Funny.
Bitten open by wildlife.
The latter scenario sounding rather familiar.
Yeah, because the cocaine bear ripped up the cocaine package. You know, maybe I don't know, but
Okay, I was just saying what this is. This is a link. It just goes to the IMDb for Cocaine Bear. Yeah. Due to these processes, traces of cocaine have been detected in sewage and surface waters in at least 37 countries between 2011 and 2017. The drug has also infiltrated various forms of aquatic life, including mollusks, crustaceans, and bony fish. With all that said, no studies had ever looked into whether sharks are affected. Oh, so the whole ocean's getting high.
Yeah.
Because sewage.
You think that, yeah, sewage.
Straight packets. And straight packets.
They bite open.
Don't read the packets.
It'd be fine. It would have been fine, but they bite them open and they get cocaine.
If they didn't, so. Yeah, exactly. In a paper published last week. Got this.
Okay, in the journal Science of Total Environment, Brazil researchers scout to rectify that by capturing 13 Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks off the coast of Rio is it now? Rio de Janeiro. The species is I can't get it. Whatever.
De Niro.
I said De Niro. So the species is relatively small, measuring under 3 feet in length, and it feeds mostly on small fish and squid.
Okay, but if you get enough of them and have them on cocaine, this is fine. It can still make a movie. You know?
Yeah, like a piranha can mess you up. I think.
And they're getting 13 of them. That's perfect. That's the plot. The scientists get 13 of them, right? And then put them somewhere, and then they do something terrible. Plot. Or after capturing the sharks, the scientists dissected them to get samples of their muscles and livers, which were analyzed for cocaine and other chemicals. The results were shocking every single shark tested positive for cocaine. They're all guilty. While 12 out of 13 had benzoyl. A chemical produced when cocaine is filtered through the liver in their system.
Why would they just kill them? Couldn't they just do a blood test? I don't know. Do a nose swab?
So not only did they have cocaine, but it was also showing that their liver had processed the cocaine. So they were high. 12 of the 13 were high right then when they got caught. Like they were high when they catch
Now,
them.
maybe it's a Brazil problem. Maybe that's what's happened. Is there? I didn't know Brazil had such a cocaine issue.
Is this what issue? I haven't heard the issue. What's the problem?
Yeah.
There's just
Study
some sharks
focuses
getting
exclusively
high.
on Brazil sharp-nosed sharks. Researchers do not rule out the possibility that other species could also be exposed to waterborne narcotics.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're getting overfished, so I'd get high too if I were them.
But
here's
exposed to cocaine can result in severe damage to shark health, including harming their DNA, affecting their ability to metabolize fats, or causing behavior changes.
Now, okay, I understand those last two, and those sound bad, but what is harming your DNA? Like, I thought we were all made up of, like, DNA. Like, what does it mean harming my DNA? Like,
the drugs fuck it up? I don't know, so.
Is it going to make me have, like, green eyes instead of blue eyes? Like, that kind of DNA fucking up? Or,
I don't know.
like, harming your DNA. Like, ow, that was my DNA. Stop. Mike, stop touching my DNA. Considering the psychotropic effect of drugs of abuse on vertebrates, behavioral changes may occur, which, although sublethal, could impact the species survival in ways that remain unexplored. Okay, I mean, it said sublethal. It's safe. That's safe for consumption, is what I just heard.
Sublethal, yeah.
Sublethal, not less than lethal, non-lethal. Sublethal, they're all the same, right?
So.
While Jaws on drugs might seem like a nightmare scenario, the possible effects on humans of cocaine being ingested by the carnivorous fish is slightly more subtle.
So yeah,
on humans.
What were you saying, sorry? Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the sentence. Well, Jaws on drugs might seem like an Irish name. Possible effects on humans of cocaine being ingested by the carnivorous fish is slightly more subtle.
Slightly more subtle. So that
okay,
means,
so you don't need to be scared of sharks that are high on cocaine, I guess?
Yeah. I guess not, so. Well, you're not really hungry when you're on cocaine, I don't think.
Guess.
So.
Oh, that's the end. What's the first commenter say? People will be going to their seafood joint to get a fix. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Was it talking about when a human consumes the shark that is cocaine shark? Like, because people eat fish. What if you eat a fish, because it said more than just sharks have it. What if you eat a mollusk that was high as fuck?
Well, I hope you cook it.
And had a bunch of this, that chemical thing it said, the benzoglucamine.
I don't know.
You have a mollusk full of this shit. What happens? You get high? Is this why people have been eating seafood, even though it tastes disgusting, in my opinion? Was there something I didn't know?
I don't know. Some sushi is pretty good, but.
Whoa, you eat sushi?
I used to.
There's a chance cocaine was in that.
I can't afford it anymore, so.
Look, they said between 2011 and 2017. Was it during those years?
Probably yes.
There's a chance you did cocaine.
All right, next story.
I can't wait to see this movie, though. I mean, they got to do it. Speaking of can't wait, I'm sure you can't wait for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Gizmodo brings us this one as well. You'll soon be able to blow up Cybertrucks in Fortnite. Rejoice, Tesla haters. The free-to-play online shooter will be a safe space for you to vent your rage at the ugliest vehicle ever made.
But it won't take bullets, so it'll be fine.
Or vice versa. You could, if you like the truck, you could use the truck.
Yeah.
In Fortnite. It's the other way you could word this news, right?
Yeah. No, you hate them. But the thing is, Tesla trucks are indestructible. Come on.
Yeah. When you say indestructible, do you have is there an asterisk at the end of that sentence that I just don't see?
Always is.
Okay. As long as there's an asterisk. see manual for the actual description of what you just said. All right, so I mean, this is Matthew Galt's opinion. Obviously, we'll just call this dude out. Gizmodo's authors like to put a lot of their own
opinions.
Thoughts. Yeah. Anyways, this is the actual announcement, though. I didn't even know this until I saw it this morning. The crossover, Fortnite crossover, Cybertruck.
Huh.
It is coming to Fortnite, and there's it Fortnite-ified right there. Not actual gameplay footage, though, so obviously it's going to look a little different. But some optional content requires purchase and/or gameplay to unlock. It's going to cost money.
Yeah, okay.
But this is the YouTube screen grab of it.
The popular free-to-play battle royale shooter announced the arrival of the Metallic Nightmare vehicle in a Monday metric, my bad, Metallic.
I still don't know what it means by nightmare vehicle. Like, I think that's the author putting their opinion in there.
X. Those interested in driving or destroying, there it is. At least it did.
Yeah, interested in driving, because I was trying to say, like,
get access July 23rd. That's
July
tomorrow.
23rd, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is when you
so.
can play with a Cybertruck, and I guess you could destroy it because every vehicle in Fortnite can be destroyed. Which right now the car meta is kind of like a given. So the real question is, will the Cybertruck allow you to do upgrades? Because in real life, you would void your warranty. So and then you could no longer get updates, software updates. So obviously in real life, you would never put like any upgrade on a Cybertruck. Not a turret, no armored tires, none of that. No.
The Cybertruck is a Tesla product, and its fate and image are tied up in the company's owner, Elon Musk. The vehicles experience mechanical failures the minute they hit the road, but it has been a culture war flashpoint long before then.
Great, yeah, this is again is the author putting their little take in here. We've already been talking about Cybertruck quite a bit. The trucks are so hated, but you could also say the trucks are so loved because the people that like them love them.
Yeah, that's love-hate.
The trucks are so hated that the sight of them sometimes draws open scorn and mockery. I don't know about scorn, but mockery for sure. I saw my first real life one the other day, parked over at the Home Depot.
Yeah.
We laughed. It was funny looking. And we were hoping to see the person who was driving it so that we could see how funny they also look.
One Cybertruck owner told the New York Times that passerbyers in Ford F-150s routinely flipped him the bird on the road. A guy
breaking here on Borderline Banter. People in Fords flipped some guy off in a Tesla.
A guy in his big, super heavy diesel truck drove up, and he was driving past. He started laughing. The owner said it was a recent encounter at a charging station. It was weird. You all get someone just break out and Crowdstrike will be laughing. I guess they just laugh at him all the time. So.
Yeah, it's a very funny vehicle.
You laughed.
I laugh. It's literally it's a
and there's other vehicles out there
and I can't believe people own it.
There's vehicles out there I've seen that are very funny, and I laugh when they drive by. And
I laugh at other vehicles
and colors
too.
And it's like, who would use that color? Ha ha ha! Right?
Oh yeah, there's some weird colors. But there's another one like the square box shaped thing that they're doing with like the back ends thing. That's horrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible, and I laugh and like point at those all the time. They look stupid. Fortnite put out this tweet: "Catch a ride in a Tesla Cybertruck in Fortnite tomorrow."
Huh.
So it's their official X account here advertising it. So this is real. It's official. I'm not making it up. Cybertruck was mocked as an ugly polygon aesthetic crime when it was first revealed. As the very real and dangerous mechanical issues with okay, so we've already talked about all those things. I don't mind skipping all this because we've literally brought up all these different things they're going to talk about. The car wash, the finger cut thing, or finger smash thing too. Think there's anything else in this article?
Probably not.
Are you excited to play with the truck? Are you going to update your Fortnite?
Yeah, I'm not going to update it. So.
I probably will. I'm curious to see if it'll let me put the upgrades on there so that I can have commentary about that. Because of Tesla's like stringent, like you can't do customizations to our thing.
I don't think that's gonna be a thing. It's a game, but okay.
Somehow we're talking about Trump in this article now. Oh, because Musk is committing $45 million a month to Trump.
Yeah.
He's giving $45 million a month
to Super PAC
to Trump. Is that too much for one person to be given?
Super PAC, yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean he's doing it through a super PAC, but it's one person giving it to one of the candidates. Is that okay?
But yeah,
any problem with that?
Yeah, no, it's super
Is there any problem with the $45 million a month that you can give a person? Does that seem like a problem?
Yeah.
I mean, it's through super PAC, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
I hate America. Why do we have PACs? This is insane that a person can just do this, because this is blatantly just flipping off all campaign finance like regulations. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Also, did you hear that Kamala has like record breaking money she's raking in right now?
Yeah, I saw that.
Apparently, she broke the number that we reported for Trump when we were reporting that Trump did that big number.
I heard she did like the Democrat one, not the Trump one. Yeah.
I heard that she broke Trump's. Well, I didn't get the article, so I can't back it up.
We'll talk about that Wednesday then.
I'd have to actually get that article for Wednesday, and I might, because I think they were saying she got like 90 million in 3 days or something, or 2 days. I thought his number was in 1 day though.
Yeah, it was 130 something, 34.
It's gonna be one of those things where we can't actually compare it.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a good chance for Musk to make money. I don't know where this author's going with it, but Musk's gonna make a little money off this. This is a good thing for him.
Mark advertising the Cybertruck is bulletproof. It's not.
It's not though. Oh yeah, they even said that. It's not. And the video game equipment won't be there. Yeah, of course not. And
yeah, so you want a whole bunch of kids to buy your car? I don't know. So
look, we can't make it indestructible because that would be OP, and we can't put things out of balance just to make Elon happy, you know?
Yeah. But you have to spend lots of money to get it. Everyone wants it when it gets a feel something.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to pay for it, so like if it's like a skin I'd have to pay for, like I guess it's not gonna happen.
Unless you steal one. So.
Well, if you steal it, it puts your skin on the car, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's whoever gets it at first gets their skin.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next story here.
But yeah, that should be interesting to see tomorrow. At the very least, I can look over Jay's shoulder and see one.
Okay. All right. So, from the AP News, body cam video reveals chaotic scene of deputy fatally shooting Sonia Massey, who called 911 for help.
So yeah, as you can see in the timestamp here, this actually occurred July 6th.
Yeah.
I guess we're just now all seeing some body cam, at least I did, and then I saw the story that went with it. So I don't know if anybody out there has also seen it.
So if you're watching Beware, there's some viewer discretion, I guess.
Yeah, viewer discretion, trigger warning. This I believe they blur a bunch of it, but like.
But yeah, anyway, I came across this video too. Cops were in this woman's house, and she picked up a pot of water, and then they shot her.
Yeah, so she's back here at this point. Prior to this, she was over here on the couch. When they were on the couch is when they noticed that there was the pot. I think officers actually noticed that there was the pot on the stove. And so she got up to go to the pot.
And they even laughed about it. They're like, oh, you don't want us to burn the house down or something. And, like, let's see if we can find the video. Let's see if they'll show it. So.
Oh, I thought you actually had that
no,
video.
I can find it, but that's...
So this was just, I think they got 9 photos here. I don't even know what all these photos necessarily even are. A video might be a little helpful, but
yeah, let me see if I can find it.
So she had actually called the police. I don't even know what she called for. I think she was saying somebody was outside her house. So the first bit of the body cam footage actually is just officers walking around the house and knocking on the door at one point. I think it's 3 minutes between when they knocked and when she finally answers. And this is when she's answering here. And she says a lot of confusing things. Like that she needs help, and then they ask her, well, what help do you need? And she says nothing. Like she keeps saying, I need something, and then saying, well, I need
Les hommes disent que quand ils utilisent Just for Men pour couvrir le guéri, il y a...
1 second.
Is that a French beard commercial?
Did you hear that?
I did. That was
it is French, okay?
It was French.
Leave me be, okay? So, yeah, we're going to go to it right now.
This is a photo of the actual deputy himself, his booking photo, it looks like, because I do believe he has charges. Okay, we want to warn you. Over to yours.
Okay, they're going to go into it here.
No, I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face. Okay, I'm sorry. Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop!
Like, she was already...
15 shots fired, Joseph. Shots
Yeah.
fired!
I want to find a better video, so I'm going to go back to you for a second, and you can continue on with the story. So I can find a better video of that. Because that's just a clip of it.
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously the final moments of that whole ordeal. There was a lot of lead up to it, but honestly, nothing that makes it make sense. I'll say that much for sure. We keep going through these photos here, see what else we have. This is
Okay, I've got it here now.
the Senator Doris Turner. I don't know who that is. Yeah, you found a better video?
Yeah. Go back here.
Inside the home, Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson can be heard asking Sonia Massey to check on the stove.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Within seconds,
Yeah, and that's her
things become
see moving
tense.
over to the stove. So she was on the couch just speaking with them. Kind of incoherent answers, but
Yeah.
Wait, away from my hot, steaming water.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
No, that's where we got.
See, and now you better. I don't understand. Like, from that to that, you know?
Like, I'll rebuke you got answered with, I'll fucking shoot you in the fucking face. Like, okay, hold up. Like,
Away from, okay.
what
away-
does rebuke even mean? Isn't that kind of a very soft, like, thing to say anyways? Like, isn't that kind of
Massey
like
to
doing
check
the,
on
how
stove.
dare you? Like the Greta
We
Thunberg?
don't
Like,
need a fight here. The cop said that.
Within
trying to shoot
seconds,
somebody for
things
saying the Greta
become
Thunberg
tense.
line.
Why did you move back?
Huh?
Where are you going? Okay, so she's saying some weird stuff too. You're right, but that doesn't excuse
Oh,
it.
wait.
Away from your hot. Oh, because he walked away from your hot steaming
Where
water.
your hot steaming water.
away from the hot steaming water.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I
Huh?
rebuke you in the name of
Better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face. Okay. Yeah. So went from that to that for hot water.
Drink your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop
Massey
And she started saying sorry right
starts
away.
to set down the pot and apologizes. Grayson fires 3 times,
She set down the pot. And even said it.
fires 3 times, striking her in the face.
So I just want to go
Down
back.
the pot and apologizes. Grayson fires 3 times, striking her in the face.
Headshot wounded female, 1078.
Prosecutors say Grayson's partner tried to give the 36-year-old first aid, even though Grayson discouraged him.
I'm gonna go get my kit. No, idiot, you're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Civil rights attorney
What a-
Benjamin
wow.
Crump is representing Massey's family.
Sonya needed a helping hand, but she got a shot to the face by the police.
James Wilburn is Massey's father.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, that's really, really heartbreaking. I go back to you there. That's 100% unjustified. There's no reason. He even stopped the guy, not saying the other cop, because the other cop didn't do anything really. He did pull out his gun, but there's, put him in jail. Hope he rots in jail.
I mean, in my opinion, the other cop did bad too.
I'm not saying, I don't know, I can't say it, but he didn't have time to stop him from pulling the trigger, but he did pull out his gun, so I'm not defending the guy at all.
They both
Right.
pulled out lethal.
Yeah, they did. I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending the guy. He didn't pull the trigger, but I'm not
No, you were
defending
kind of defending the second guy.
him. Okay,
And I'm saying I don't defend the second guy.
so,
You do defend him. I don't.
yeah.
Because I see the other actions he did that were bad. That would be the first one. Second one, he didn't arrest his colleague who clearly just murdered a woman right in front of him. He should have put cuffs on him right away. He saw the murder. He's a cop who
Yeah.
witnessed a murder and didn't arrest the guy because he's a cop.
Not guilty. So that,
Can't arrest him because he's a cop. You saw him murder that woman. Arrest him. So that's 2 things he did. I don't. So that other guys know. I don't. Neither of them are good for me. That's my take on those 2 guys.
All right, yeah.
But
Okay, yeah.
there's charges for one of them. So I guess we're only gonna talk about that one
Yeah.
as it goes. Goes that way sometimes.
So he pled not guilty. 30-year-old who is white last night. He pled not guilty to charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got 3 different charges: murder,
Yeah.
aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Obviously, the one that carries the most is going to be that first-degree murder.
Yeah.
Now, I do question why they're going with necessarily first degree, but
Well, first,
I'm
yeah,
sure
because
they thought it through.
he didn't. If it doesn't first degree plan murder.
You have to do premeditation, which that's where I'm like, that's an interesting call there.
Well, because he did go from 0 to 100 in no time, and she wasn't a threat, so it was going in there to kill her in the first place.
I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know where you throw those ones where it seems like it's an emotional rage, like a killing of in a. He went to a rage.
He did.
Like a roid rage kind of thing is the way I don't know if the guy does steroids. I don't want to say he does, but that looked like a steroid thing to me.
From 0 to 100, I'll shoot you in the fucking face.
One of the telltale signs you can look for though is steroid gut. They'll have a pronounced like extra gut coming out that doesn't make any sense. Not a belly; it's above the belly, but below the pecs. They'll have something coming out. Just look at Joe Rogan. He's got roid gut. He admits to doing right, so that one's fine to say.
Yeah. So the video confirms is that he told her to put the pot down, then she ducked, and then he threatened to shoot her in the face. He threatened to shoot her in the face before.
But, we just showed everybody the whole video so that we don't have to necessarily take this article's words for. We just saw it.
Yeah. So she was 36 years old. Had called 911 to report a suspicious prowler. The video shows.
Yeah, and they had looked around. We didn't show that part, but they did look around the house, and they did confirm nobody was prowling. They did do that part. I'm not going to say they didn't. Do that part.
She was acting kind of weird. Like regardless, like they should have helped her. She was clearly.
Now they did see a black. Well, the one thing they did find was a black SUV with broken windows, and they did ask her about it if it was her vehicle, and she said no, it wasn't hers. But that doesn't make it like it's still a SUV with broken windows, right? That's still something they were like, well, what's going on with that? Why is there broken windows?
Especially now, yeah.
So I think that's part of why they hung around. But yeah, then the rest of it, I mean, everything else she was giving off kind of a mental health crisis vibes to me that police aren't going to be able to handle that. Police don't know what to do for mental health.
Yeah, it looks like she was high. Like it looked like she was high on something. So she's not again. I don't want to sound like that's why it's good, but she looked like she was having a distress moment, and clearly she was not gonna. Even if so, it's hot water. You know, I've spilled boiling hot coffee on myself. That's boiling and like that, and it sucks. But you know what? You get over it. You don't die from it. You can use non-lethal. Put out your taser. So.
I don't even think you necessarily have to talk about how hot water is okay to take because first of all it's not. I mean, boiling water can give you first-degree burns.
Yes.
The thing I would point out is physics. Okay, have you ever thrown water?
Yeah, it's not gonna make it that far. So.
It doesn't make it very far. And the officer was how far away?
But he couldn't come back and say he was worried about the.
The officer was already over 30 feet away. Now we got a lady trying to throw water over 30 feet.
I don't think that was 30 feet, but.
I mean, she was all the way in the kitchen, and he was all the way where he was in the living room.
Maybe 15 feet, but yeah, it's still pretty far. So.
I mean.
Yeah,
we're talking an actual physics thing here. Like,
but no, I know
she's not gonna be able to. She's not gonna be able to hit you with water that you can't step back. Like,
yeah, no.
It's not you can take it. It's more like you had a super easy ability to retreat from any perceived threat. Also, she went down to the ground with it, making that even more physics impossible.
It said in the video that she put the pot down and ducked. So she put it down and ducked with it. So.
Right. Which makes it even more, the physics equation even more difficult.
Yeah, no,
how are you going to get this scalding water to a face? Because you need to hit somebody's face.
I want to look at his record. I want to see if he's dealt with her before. I wonder if he's a guy who was prowling. Maybe he was the guy who was prowling out there. Like, again, I don't know, but you know.
Wait, what? Okay, that's quite a bit. That's the mic jump right there.
But he
jumped. The officer could have been the prowler.
He went from 0 to 100. He killed her. He killed her in cold blood. Like, you just don't, like, you know, it's like, he killed her.
I want to say it was steroids.
Yeah, well.
But I don't know. Something made this dude do a murder. It's a freaking murder to get. But anyways, let's try to get back to, because I got a couple more things in this article. At least, like, I think I already mentioned it took 3 minutes for her to open the door, but she immediately said the very first words she said to them: "Don't hurt me." So that's an interesting way to answer the door.
Yeah.
They ended up hurting her. She seemed confused as they spoke at the door, and she repeated that she needed help, referenced God, and told them she didn't know who owned the car. She also kept saying she didn't know what she needed help with.
Yeah,
that's my own take. Yeah, it's just Inside the house, deputies seemed exasperated as she sat on her couch and went through her purse as they asked for identification to complete a report before leaving. So that's why they decided to go inside of her house. They decided we have to have ID. Why? You haven't committed a crime, but we need your ID.
Okay. So.
Why? So we can fill out a report.
Yeah.
What? This is stupid. You're forcing somebody to ID so you could do paperwork?
So.
I thought I was only forced to ID when I've done, a crime. Not just when you needed to do paperwork. Can't you just put John Doe, Jane Doe, resident of X address? Like, what is this?
It even says like that. Even says in the article, like what I said. It was like they were laughing over the pan, steaming hot water. Like they all kind of shared a laugh. You heard them chuckle, and it was like, oh. And then she said that thing. Maybe he's a really atheist or not against God or something. I don't know. Because she said that about God, and he started tripping. So, not God, Jesus. Sorry.
So this is kind of skipping that part we saw in the video where they were saying something about like, why did you step back, or why did you get back? Why did you move back? I think the officer stepped back a couple paces, and she was asking why, and he was like, because I didn't want the water thrown in or whatever.
Anyway, they all still chuckle.
And him making that kind of his reasoning for stepping back is kind of like an accusation that she would be willing to throw hot water, and for that she rebukes him in the name of Jesus. I'm trying to give you the rationale for why she rebukes him. Because she basically was accused of, you were going to throw that at me. When she made no indication she would. He made the indication by, like, whoa. He just suddenly stepped back like, well, you're not going to throw that at me, are you? Is basically what was going on. And she's like, lines of sin. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, kind of shit, type shit. I know religious idiots. That's what she was doing.
And then, he says,
and then he kind of went 9 to 10 because he didn't realize that he was just saying, you just where you won't be when Jesus comes back. He took that as like, an insult or something. I don't know. I guess he's stupid. Because that's when he said, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face, which honestly shows some premeditation, which might be why they go for first degree. Because he says what he's going to do, and then he does it.
He did say it. So
at the lowest amount of provocation, he does the thing he said he was going to do. Which also, as an officer, aren't you trained to shoot for full body mass?
Face.
Aren't you supposed to train to go for
he then put
the
out
body?
his 9mm pistol and demanded she drop the pot. Mr. said, okay, I'm sorry. We watched as Greg Garrison's body camera footage. He pointed his weapon at her. She ducked it and raised her hands. So hands up.
Yeah, her hands are coming up. She's not holding the pot when he shoots. This is like slam dunk. Like, you did a murder.
Yeah.
Question is, did we get the right degree? Do we get the right fucking judge who won't just throw it out because he loves cops? Because we have a bunch of those judges who just simply love cops that Trump appointed.
Just his partner. Yeah, the way he said that too was like no sympathy at all. He was like, it was a headshot. Like, because his officer his officer wants to go. He's like, go as a headshot. She's done. Like, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Prosecutors. This is what I was trying to say, kind of. Prosecutors have said the separation allowed Grayson both distance and relative cover from Massey and the pot of water. There's literally no reason to think you need to terminate that threat with the distance and relative cover. Like, the kitchen counter, the couch, and the distance all together. And also physics of throwing water.
And even by the time if anyone hits you, it'd be cooled off. Like, come on.
No.
So.
You keep saying that, but that's not true. People have been scalded.
I've had a coffee thrown at me before. And it freaking
okay, so you were fine, so everyone would be fine?
I was. So
I can show you several articles of people getting scalded with boiling water. So I don't want people to think that we're saying boiling water can't hurt. It can. It can get first-degree burns.
So you can kill someone.
Which is why it's important to look at the other aspects of this and not try to say that water can't hurt you. Because it can. It definitely can. Your shower water can hurt you. As soon as you're above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, it can give you burns. Did you know that?
Yeah. Actually, no, because we use Celsius here. 120 would kill me. But you're
right.
You're right. 120 would kill me.
A lot of showers actually go that hot.
So,
and people can scald themselves on accident. So, anyways. Not that this officer was even close to that threat because of the distance, relative cover, and physics. But then, the other thing we saw in the video was the partner going for the kit and him saying, it's a headshot. There's nothing you can do, man.
I watched a few. The really earlier, he was like freaking out, like, God damn it. I don't want to get splashed in the face. Like,
yeah, he immediately starts coming up with why he is justified. And I understand why he's saying he's trying to justify why he just murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't think there was any chance of you taking hot boiling water to the face. If there was an actual threat of that, I would agree with him. But there's not that's not what's happening. You can't just think that's what's happening. It's
I didn't know
demonstrably
this.
not.
I did not know this part. Noting that Massey was still breathing, he relented and said he would go get his kit too. The other deputy said we can at least try to stop the bleeding. So, why didn't they?
And then, he said even more. She had boiling water and came at me with boiling water. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came at me with boiling water.
Boiling water.
You're a murderer, Grayson, and I can't wait to hear your guilty verdict.
Yeah, that's.
It's gonna be fun for me to hear your guilty verdict.
Which makes it. Yeah, he'll be in confinement for the next year until he gets his guilty verdict. So.
You know, unless he gets one of those judges the aforementioned judges. But we'll see. It's a 50-50 right now because so many of those got appointed.
All right.
And yeah, she needed a helping hand. She's not needed a bold face. Yeah, I agree with that. She called for mental help. Like, she said something about a prowler, but like, she needed something.
Maybe
else,
someone's there,
right?
but when you get there,
Honestly, it looked like she just needed somebody to talk to, probably.
Yeah. And you could tell there's something up. She was either having a mental breakdown, a drug issue, or something. But yeah, shooting her wasn't the right answer. Is this anything else on this one, or?
Let's see. During the funeral, Trump said the video which the family had already viewed would shock the conscience of America. Oh, did we accidentally shock the conscience of the borderline banter? Sorry.
So
It is shocking. We did do our warning ahead of it, so it is a very shocking video, though. The 0 to 99 or whatever. 99 doesn't even feel like enough. 0 to 180.
He was fired last week. He's being held in the county jail without bond. If convicted, he faces prison sentences for 45 years to life for the murder, 6 to 30 years for battery, 2 to 5 years for misconduct. So he's gonna get something. Now he's probably gonna get off on the murder, but get 15 years or something for battery, and that's it. So who knows? So
I mean, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be guilty of all three.
Well, kids out, but like
I see the evidence.
It's not first-degree murder; it was second-degree murder. Throw it out, and
I mean, I see evidence of first degree. He said it, and then he did it.
He's gonna do it, yeah. But we're not lawyers, we're not judges, so we will. I can't see him getting off.
I'm not, but as a person who's not, I see him guilty of all three. I believe my eyes. This is one of the most guilty cops I've seen in a while. And cops are very fucking guilty for me when I'm watching these. This is like super duper duper guilty. Like, did you come here wanting to kill this lady? Like, does he know this person?
That's what I said.
Because it feels like he wanted to do this.
That's what I said at the beginning.
Which is first degree murder. Yeah. So there you go, 45 years.
That's what I said at the beginning.
Well, you didn't say you thought he'd be. You thought this one might not stick, but now we agree.
I said he's the prowler. You
glad we could talk that through. Now you agree. He'll be guilty of all three.
So you agree as well. Thank you. So
I agree with your agreement that our agreement is
glad
about.
You agree with me.
His lawyer Daniel.
I'll give myself a check mark beside that one.
I'll give myself 3 check marks.
No, you don't.
Which means I'm out.
I got the pen.
Oh, Joe Biden's in this one.
Yeah.
Joe Biden said he and the First Lady Jill were praying. I was wrong because Joe Biden's in this?
You said we're done talking about Joe.
Oh, I was wrong then.
Yeah, so you were wrong.
I was wrong. I didn't know.
I'll give you an X beside that one.
X on that one. In a statement, Joe Biden said he and Jill Biden were praying for Massey's family, quote, as they face this unthinkable and senseless loss. Here we go. This is more Biden here. When we call for help, all of us as Americans, regardless of who we are and where we live, should be able to do so without fearing for our lives. Sonia's death at the hands of a responding officer reminds us that all too often, Black Americans face fears for their safety in ways many of the rest of us do not. The old white man educated us.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That was my own at the end there. But no, I mean, he's just right. That it's a different world for them. They have a conversation with their kids that white people don't have a conversation with their kids about. Massey's death is the latest example. Okay, are we going to go back through a whole bunch of them now? Because I think I hate how stories do this because we want to just talk about the one story we're on. So
but we
will stick with this.
One last story, so.
And we will follow up on this because I think this one's going to keep in the headline.
You know why I picked this one last today, right?
Well, because I don't know why.
No, because on Friday when we were talking about this, I got shut off. I got kicked out. So if we lose connection, it's because of this. On Friday, if some of you guys were watching, we lost connection. I just abruptly got kicked off because I was saying things about a company I'm not going to name this time.
Yeah.
It might have been a coincidence. Like, probably 99.9% sure it was a coincidence, but just in case. But yeah, take it away, Dustin.
This is where I wish I knew sign language so I could say here, like, dude. Yeah. Anyways, CBS News has this one for us, although I found this at most places. Delta cancels hundreds more flights as fallout from Crowdstrike outage persists. And apparently Delta's kind of an outlier. Most other airlines are back up and going right now.
Huh.
So what's up with Delta?
We'll see. But yeah, like we didn't even get to finish talking about it because we got booted. But yeah, there was an update. A lot of things went wrong. Software crashed around the world. Things went bad.
It's in the first sentence. It's fine. The article will rehash it for us. Delta Airlines canceled flights for a third straight day Monday as it struggles to recover from a global software outage that took down Microsoft systems around the world. That right there.
Yeah, exactly.
The outage related to a faulty update from the cybersecurity company Crowdstrike also hindered operations of shipping and logistics companies, retailers, and banks. Although I only had issues that first day. Have you had any?
I only had issues the first day too. But I heard some people were having like 5-6 charges at summer. They look at the bank statement.
Oh, I need to look at mine.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So the bank said they'll repay you, right?
But Delta's here on their third day of it now, still canceling flights. So, they're not back.
Huh.
So what's up? Delta CEO Ed Bastian said in a public letter Sunday that it paused flying after the outage occurred on Friday, resulting in 3,500 canceled flights through Saturday and continuing into Sunday. The outage hit on what was the airline's, quote, busiest travel weekend of the summer, according to Bastian. Oh, okay. So didn't that make you want to fix it?
Yeah.
On Monday, when most other airlines had largely recovered from the software outage, as of 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Delta had canceled or delayed a total of more than 2,000 flights within, into, or out of the U.S., according to flight tracking website FlightAware. As of 3 p.m. Eastern, the carrier had canceled more than 800 flights.
That's crazy.
Okay, these numbers are kind of making me confused now. But
anyway, I don't care about the numbers.
But it's fine. They're still canceling. They're canceling today, and nobody else is really canceling these large numbers today. Like 2,800. Those are big numbers.
Yeah, now that makes you wonder. Is like, why is everybody putting all their eggs in one basket? Like.
Well, I mean,
one software.
That's kind of how it works with enterprise software. You pay for a number of licenses.
Banks, all this stuff. But yeah, all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like.
And there's also the security compliance stuff where if you can't have more than one kind of a software or else you won't be security compliant. So if they want to be SOC 4 compliant, like you have to meet these requirements. Why do all
airlines have to use the same one? Why can't there be two? Right? Why do banks have to use it? Like, you know what I mean? Lots was affected.
I think the better question is, why can't Delta fix the problem? The problem was super fixable, and everybody was told how to fix it that day, and everyone else fixed it that day. Yeah. So shouldn't we look at why Delta didn't do what everyone else did? Delta's the weird one here.
Let's find out why.
Well, it sounds like you want to litigate against
Crowdstrike. Maybe they're on dial-up.
Well, yeah. Look, or why people are using Crowdstrike. Look, there's all kinds of dumb things like this where a bunch of enterprises are using Microsoft, or a bunch of enterprises are using Crowdstrike, or a bunch of enterprises are using Google. They all use the same shit. Photoshop, like whatever software they're using, everybody's using way too much of it. It's a security hole. But at the same time, it's not a security hole. You can't get security clearance without the security hole. It's the catch-22 is what it is.
Oh, so.
Anyways, like you're forced to have this enterprise-specific software, otherwise you're not SOC 2 compliant.
Continue. Let's go then. Compliant. Let's find out why Delta hasn't fixed this.
Oh, why have they not fixed it?
Yeah.
Because they're fucking cheap and lazy and don't want to pay people. Oh, sorry. I'm just guessing. So overall, they've scrapped over 4,500 flights since July 19th, more than double its total number of 2024 cancellations before the glitch, which would account for like 6 months worth of flights.
Huh.
So they doubled that in 3 days. Pretty good. Unfortunately for the Delta customers, such flight disruptions could persist for several more days. Bastian said in the video. That's just his employees on Monday. Delta also acknowledged that the Crowdstrike problem is causing ongoing issues with the software the carrier uses to track and schedule flight crew. There is no excuse.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Oh, like the thing I'm yelling? Some travel industry experts faulted Delta for the snafu, saying the company should be better prepared for tech problems of the kind caused by Crowdstrike update. There's no excuse for this. None. Delta has the money to invest in new information technology. They should have made these investments. But IT investments take a long time, and they'll give you stuff to show off on Instagram. Okay, he's getting a little snarky at the end there.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got an airplane going overhead or something.
Yeah.
You hear that?
World War III is about to kick off.
Yeah,
There
that's
goes
a
Dustin.
military plane that actually flies over here quite often. I don't know why, but we literally have a military plane that goes by.
Sweet. So.
Probably normal. Oh, Crowdstrike, that's what their logo looks like. I didn't know that. For anybody who's curious, there's a video here. I'm not going to watch.
I don't think we can.
You want to know how it did it? Bastian said many Delta applications run on Microsoft Windows, which was affected by the Crowdstrike issue. Most crucially, one of the airline's crew tracking tools was rendered inoperable, making it impossible for Delta to, quote, effectively process the unprecedented number of changes triggered by the system shutdown. Our teams have been working around the clock to recover and restore full functionality.
So yeah, Delta's gone and goofed.
Unprecedented number of changes triggered by the system shutdown.
I don't know.
My bullshit meter's going off. I work in IT. My bullshit meter's going off. This is a non-answer. He didn't give an answer. Like, huh? Unprecedented change. Okay, yeah. They got the memo and didn't do what they were supposed to do, and just like let everybody shut their computers down, and then none of them started back up.
Yeah.
They literally didn't do the thing you needed to do before shutting down. They're stupid.
And there's still a way to fix it. It just takes time.
There is. It's harder though. Once you shut down, you have to go through the security info thing or whatever. Yeah. You can still do it.
It's not hard,
but they've now made it hard. And plus, now you have a bunch of people like me who work from home, work remote, who have to call in your help desk. Your help desk is now flooded. Your help desk had like 5 people working there because on a normal day, you don't need it. But now every person in your enterprise, 10,000 people, are calling these 5 people to help them get back on.
Yeah.
So these 5 people are walking through 10,000 people through those steps. They're not that hard. Is that Dennis? How you doing, Dennis? I know you said hi to Mike, but I'm gonna say hi to you.
Hey, Dennis.
Hopefully I said that right. I'm used to Dennis with 2 N's. That's why my dad spells it.
But yeah, that's
so again too. I was wrong.
That was all there though. So.
He took aim at Delta, calling the way the airline was treating customers during the business interruption unacceptable.
Yeah, and think about it. Everybody from the RNC was flying out that morning too, and they all got their flights delayed. You know? Like,
yeah. And this is his thing. He's Secretary of Transportation. This is his thing. Right?
Yeah, like people need
this
that.
This is his time. He's like, I gotta get fired up. You know.
But you know that was a fresh breath of fresh air for the world. Like I said, I saw that video of the airplanes, and they all like disappeared. There's only like 5 or 6, maybe more than that. But not many airplanes flying around the globe. And it was probably pretty good. The world was like, deep breath in, no poison, you know? Because there's a lot of planes up in the air at all times.
Yeah, we do have a lot of planes. I saw an article we didn't talk about today, but they found that there's a potential that at the bottom of the ocean, there's something creating oxygen that's not using photosynthesis to do it.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
There's another source to create oxygen potentially out there. I should have probably done that. Like it felt kind of nerdy and boring, and I also pre-read the whole thing. But yeah, it's like steam vents, but it's weird. I don't know. I think it's some nodules. I'm doing pretty good. It's a new week. It's a Monday, but it doesn't feel like a Monday. I'm on vacation, so my only obligation is to the banter. So it's a weird Monday.
All
doing
right.
Pretty good. I mean, we got great news for me on Sunday. I've been asking for a different option in the presidential election, and now we're gonna get one.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Well,
I've been saying I don't care.
We'll see, but yeah.
I mean, well, you won't know if it'll change because we can't know. You don't know what.
Yeah.
Well, there's no multiverse.
There's no
like you don't get to know what would have happened. We can only know what does happen, right?
There is multiverse.
Like I guess. I don't know. Like if Trump wins, we won't know if Biden would have beat Trump, and if Kamala wins, we won't know if Trump would have beat Biden. We won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
seeing this outcome won't let us know that. So as interesting as it would be, and I wish we could do that, that'd be dope.
All right. Well, I think we're done. Is that it?
Crowdstrike issued an update Sunday saying it's testing a new way to bring companies' software systems back online.
Oh, so Crowdstrike's struggling too a little. So
it said they've identified and isolated the issue that caused the outage, and it was not. They're saying not related to cyber attack. I know there were some conspiracies going around that it actually was a cybersecurity attack with the intent of. I don't know. I think they were tying it back to Trump somehow. I'm not sure how.
It's Trump's fault, you know. So
8.5 million devices affected. I have no idea if my work laptop is affected. I haven't turned it on since the issue because I'm on vacation.
Yeah, good. So
I think there's a solid chance when I turn it on, I'm going to be looking at a blue screen of death. I don't know if we use Crowdstrike. We probably do. We're security compliant with the SEC, the Security.
You already said too much.
Electronics Commission. We're compliant, so we're probably screwed. Watch out for a malicious zip archive named Crowdstrike hotfix.zip. It's fake. Of course, anybody just emailing you a solution to this is probably fake. There's plenty of credible places you can go for how to fix it. Although, like we said the last time we talked about it, most people aren't going to have this on their personal computer. This is impacting corporate stuff, enterprise edition software. A normal person has no reason to have Crowdstrike on their PC.
For sure. All right.
Do you have it on yours?
No.
Good.
But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you had a good time enjoying it. We appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button or that subscribe button. I am trying to shuffle most of our views over to YouTube because that's where we want to be now. It's just a platform I think we're going to be better off on than Kick. Not saying Kick is horrible, but it's just not the platform I think we're going to grow on. But yeah, please go to borderlinebanter.com and you can find our Kick, YouTube, X, Facebook, and all that fun stuff. And if you want to be on the show, don't forget to drop us a line. Just shoot us a message and we will get you on the show. We always have room for an extra person. You can chit chat, talk, have a debate, have some conversations.
Yeah, Dennis, if you want to come on,
have a story, and we'll go from there.
You don't even have to have a camera. You can come on with just a microphone. We'll just put like a little symbol as you, and then you can just use audio only. You don't even have to have video to come on our show.
But all right, and yeah, Dustin, you want to finish the show off?
We always like to have a segment here at the end, especially when we cover stuff like tonight. We got that lady with the mental health issue. We like to talk about mental health here on the show. It's okay not to be okay, and there's resources you can use to, find someone to talk to, reach out and get some help, and preferably not the police. Actually, shocking, but I know that's who that lady called. It's not who you want. It's not who you want helping you in those situations. You see how they handle it, and I would hope these hotlines here would give you a much better outlet to talk through things. Or, as I always like to say, if you have your own people in your own life, your own safety net, that's actually the optimal way to go. You've got someone in your life, just open up to them, say something's wrong. You'd be shocked how many people are actually ready and willing, and they just haven't heard you say you need it. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well,
thanks everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. We will see you on Wednesday with a whole bunch of updates, news stories, and some good arguments, hopefully. See you soon.
And Dustin. I promise we'll talk about Joe.
Yeah, we will.
We can't help it.
We gotta look up something else too we talked about, but I forget what we were supposed to do. But maybe remember. Stay safe, everyone. We'll see you